And this video is going to discuss how to take a look at the physical side of a network as well as the logical map and how to go about planning out a network upgrade looking at the weak points in the network. So what we're going to start with here is we're going to take a look. So we have in this particular video we have our logical network already drawn out. The problem is we can look at a logical network, but it doesn't really tell us a lot about where it is in the building. Packet Tracer has an interesting feature where they allow you to actually create a physical layout of the wireless or the network in your building. You can actually create the physical racks and various different items like that. So you can see here what we've done is we went to the physical side, and you can see this is the main office of the film company. So you can see this is how it's set up. So you have a rack here. This purple circle represents the wireless range, and these represent different computers in different rooms, and you can see you can drag them around so that you get a better idea of what's going on here. So then if this was an actual building and we'd walked in, what we'd do, the very first thing I would do if I was going to take a look at it is get in and take a look at the rack. So we can do that here. We can get in, and with Packet Tracer in the sub, we can actually get in and take a look at the rack. So this is the rack we see. You can see we have our two switches here, and we have our two routers here, our server, our wireless access point, and our DSL modem right here. So if this was actually truly physical and we didn't have a logical map, we'd have to go through and trace where these wires go to, which ports go to which switch, which router goes to which router, how does it get out, where does the wireless access point, we're going to have to figure all of those type of items out. And then what I would do is take and figure all that out, and then probably I'd hand draw it out on a piece of paper while I'm doing it, and then I would go back and draw it logically using something like Visio to create this logical diagram to go along with my physical diagram, knowing that this connects to this, connects to that, connects to here. And then I take a look at, after drawing that, and see where are my weak points. And now to me, if we go back and look at this map here, you can see that the wireless doesn't cover the entire building. So we need to look at adding wireless so that maybe our wireless access points need to be mounted on the roof in the hallway here, and one more mounted over here, so that we can provide 100% coverage of our building with wireless these days, with having internet, tablets, iPads, that kind of thing. Everybody wants wireless. They want to be able to walk from room to room and keep their computer connected. So we need to address that issue. The other thing I see here when I look at it is I see that there's one connection from this switch to this switch, and then that switch connects only one connection to this router. So we don't have a redundant link here. So if this switch goes down, it takes most of the building with it. Now if we were to connect this into this router, this switch to this router, then we'd have a redundant link here. But then that becomes an issue because we only have one link here. So do we need to look at putting in an HA pair of routers here, so that if one router goes down, the other router's still up and it can connect to the internet? Do we need to look at putting in another internet connection? Is it mission critical that they stay up 24/7 so that if this internet connection goes down, we can still get to the internet through this internet connection? Do we need to add another wireless? We've determined that. And do we need to add another switch here that connects to this HA pair, so that we have some redundancy? And look at making that design and finding those weaknesses so that we can make that presentation as the engineer and say this is what we need to do to fix this network. So that's just a brief overview of how to look at the physical side as well as the logical side of a network, and then determine what you need to do to upgrade it.